What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Thunder Sports Pod with JT and
Stash, baby. We here again.
Week 5 NFL picks. So, got the early game of the week. We got Bears at Commanders. Who do you got in that one in the early slate?
I've got the Commanders. I think the Bears are on a downslope. They might win this game, but if I'm looking at it, I'm taking the Commanders on it. I think they've played some really good teams and have kind of played them a little tough.
hmm
Not the Bills necessarily, but and the Bears just O-line defense does not look good. I think Sam Howell's going to have a hell of a day on it.
I agree with you on that one. I think the Bears continue to struggle, especially against that defense in that front seven. Washington's got some good pieces on offense, so I think they'll take control of that game pretty early.
I agree. Then we got the Jags Bills game.
Jags and Bills. I'm gonna go with the Bills in this one. I mean, last week they asserted their dominance against the Dolphins, and it was just a complete blowout. So I think this will continue. It might be a little bit closer this game against the Jags and Trevor Lawrence, but I've got Buffalo at home.
I agree. I think the Bills are just a far better team all around. The defenses looked very good. The offenses looked very good. Josh Allen has definitely put himself in that number two category spot for QBs.
Oh
Like
yeah.
so, Joe Burrow, you're falling behind. Well, I don't know what you're gonna do. The following game we have the Texans taking on the Falcons. I actually have the Texans taking this. JT, what do you think?
Okay. I would actually agree with you. I was high on the Falcons the first 2 weeks of the season, starting off 2-0. But Desmond Ridder is a liability. I've been telling people this guy is not him. I mean, before the season even started, do you remember this? I advocated for a Kyler Murray trade to this team, maybe even Justin Fields if they're willing to trade for him. They need somebody to help get this offense going. They've got Bijan Robinson, who's been looking pretty good this season, but I think the Texans and C.J. Stroud and that young receiving core takes this game at Atlanta.
Yeah, I think he's looking so good, and especially
And
with Collins.
very impressive. Top 5 in passing yards as a rookie.
Oh, he's balling out. Especially, I thought they would be on the downhill all year. I thought maybe they win one or two games, but no, they're thoroughly
Yeah,
impressing me
they're
so
right,
far.
right in the thick of things for the division.
Oh, they could definitely. The AFC South is so up for grabs that the possibility that Texans win that division is there.
hmm Definitely. So we've got Carolina at Detroit next. Not a whole lot of words should be said about this game. The Panthers have yet to win a game. I've got Detroit plus 20 or more.
I agree. I think the Lions are gonna win. I wouldn't be like you never know, especially with some crazy games. I feel like there may be an upset this week. I'm not sure exactly which one yet, but I do. I'm going to take the Lions. They're a safe bet on this.
hmm
And then we got the Colts and the Titans. That's a
Oof. Okay,
divisional
so the
game.
battle of the 2-2s. So I think this one, since it's at Indianapolis, I've got the Colts winning this one in a close one. Titans looked good against the Bengals last week. Big blowout win. Um, Granted, I don't know how much of that is Joe Burrow's injury, with him not being able to move around much, but nonetheless, a big victory for the Titans. I've got the Colts in a close one.
You got the Colts in a close one. I'm going to agree with you on that. I think that Anthony Richardson can play. When he is on the field, he's played well. I'm
hmm
not been impressed with the Titans. The Titans beat the Bengals, but then also I'm like, it's the Bengals. The Bengals are 1-3 on the year, so getting that win's not necessarily a huge improvement.
hmm
But they did shut them down 27-3. But I'm still taking the Colts on it.
That's true.
Another lopsided game after that. We got the Giants taking on the Dolphins at home.
Golly, that's going to be a huge get right game for Dolphins and Dolphins fans across the nation. Miami, I'm gonna say 35-3.
35-3. I like it. They 30. They might have 35 by halftime again.
Honestly,
Ooh, Saints headed to New England to take on the
okay.
Pats.
I think this one will be a little bit closer. Um, breaking, I mean, today, I don't know if you heard, but Christian Gonzalez is likely to be out for the entire season. Unfortunate for my defensive rookie of the year pick. He was balling out, man. He was having a
I
great year.
I agree with you. If he doesn't get hurt, I don't know if anyone else beats him out for it. He was playing
hmm
lockdown defense on
Crazy.
the best wide receivers in football. He was
It was
stellar.
With that being said, that's a close one. I don't trust Mac Jones against that New Orleans defense. I think this is a game where Derek Carr gets right. It'll be a close one. I think the Saints edge out New England though.
You got Baker Mayfield ahead of Mac Jones and QBs right now.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Baker torched them, so I'm just without Mike Evans for the second half.
yeah.
So, ooh, hmm, Ravens taking on the Steelers at home.
Okay. So this game it's going to come down to if Kenny Pickett can play or not. If he's not playing, I've got Baltimore by multiple touchdowns. But if Pickett plays, there's a chance they can win. But I'm gonna go with Baltimore by 7. I think it's another close game. But I think Baltimore, even though they're injury plagued, I think they'll beat the Steelers at Pittsburgh.
I think the Ravens win, but I'm also taking into consideration that this will be like the no, I wouldn't say it's the hardest, but it is a really good defense that Lamar is going to go against, and he just
Yeah.
got done with the Browns last week, and the Browns necessarily have the best defense in the league. I think that the Browns could have won that game if Nick Chubb had been healthy, but that's just my personal opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he wasn't, so I'm gonna take the Ravens on this. I think the Ravens are just
Mm,
the clear favorite, especially with everything happening in the Steelers. So yeah, I'll agree with you on that. I'll take the Steelers. I'm not Steelers. Take the Ravens on this.
mm.
Then we got the Bengals taking on the Arizona Cardinals at home, JT.
Okay, so the Cardinals people, they've been hanging around in these games. They've been playing pretty good. So if Joe Burrow plays in this game, I've got the Cardinals in an upset game because Burrow's not been looking good. I think mainly because of that calf injury. I've got the Cardinals winning this one actually at home.
I like that. I'm actually going to take the Cardinals as well. It's surprising. I agree with you.
Mm.
I think Josh Dobbs is him. He is
He's
playing
been playing really
awesome.
well,
I love
really
seeing it.
well.
Like Dobbs over Murray. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
And then, ooh, I like this game. This game could be fun to watch. Eagles taking on the Rams at home
Ooh, Puka Nacua. He's
and
been
Cooper
starting
Cup.
off.
Cooper Cup's back this week.
Ooh,
I'm ta-
man,
I'm
that'd be a deadly
taking
duo.
I'm taking the Rams. I think this will be the Eagles' first loss. I think the Rams are a better team than a lot of people are giving them credit for. You're getting Cooper Cup and Puka. You know Matt Stafford loves his wide receivers. He loves them. So they got all that grit and determination. He's going to be throwing the ball to them as much as possible. Cooper Cup is going to have a great game in my opinion. I'm taking the Rams in the upset. I take
I like that pick.
Rams win by 10.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. I like that pick. I'm gonna go with Philly only for this reason. I think that their offense is gonna be too much for the Rams defense. I think that they'll put up a lot of points against each other, but I think ultimately it comes down to who can score more, and I trust that offensive line for the Eagles way more.
I like the offensive line. That's true. But you got to remember who's on the other side of that ball. Aaron
Very true.
Donald. Like Aaron
Exactly.
Donald is a fear. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Aaron Donald jump over and get Hurts on a tush push.
I mean, Philly's games for the most part this year have been really close wins, so they're bound to lose one. I'm gonna stick with Philly in this one, but I could see an upset. I could see it.
The Jets travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I got the Jets.
I do too. I don't think the Broncos are very good. I've got the Jets winning by about 10. Um, I mean, both offenses are subpar, but give me the Jets. I'd rather take them over Denver.
I think their defense is actually starting to click. Like they weren't that great. Like week one they did fine. Sauce still looked like crap. But I think the defense has definitely gotten better over, and I think the chemistry between Zach Wilson and his wide receivers has gotten better as well.
Oh, I agree.
I'm actually kind of rooting for the Jets, even without Aaron. Zach Wilson is really showing me he's growing as a QB and as a leader, and I love that.
I mean, they hung in with Kansas City last week, so
They should have beat Kansas City if it wasn't for the
yeah,
Taylor effect.
exactly.
Ooh, now this is the game of the week. This game right here is the one I'm most excited for, JT.
Hmm.
I want to hear your thoughts on this. We got a big game. Cowboys 3-1 taking on the 4-0 49ers at home.
Ooh, man, this is going to be the battle of the two best NFC teams. I think it comes down to if the Dallas defense can contain Christian McCaffrey. That's going to be the game plan for the Cowboys. They've got to hold McCaffrey under 100 yards or at least contain him. Um, I want to take the Niners here. I think San Fran wins this one in a close one just because it's at home. If it was at Dallas, it could maybe change my answer, but I think the Niners will win this one.
I like that. I'm taking the Niners as well on this. Like I've said for multiple weeks, I think the Niners are the best team in football. I think all
Mm,
around they're just the best. I think Dallas's defense is better than the Niners, but I think the Niners offense is better than
crazy.
Cowboys.
Very, very
So
good.
I do think it'll be a close one. I'm taking the Niners. I think that this will be nice to see Brock Purdy go against a really good defense and see how well he
Mm,
plays. Christian McCaffrey was my offensive player of the year pick when we first went with this, and right now
yeah,
he's playing like it. And he's playing excellent.
it's
So
playing great.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take it 21-30 Niners.
I like that. That's a good prediction.
And then we got the Monday night game. We got the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love taking on the Raiders in Las Vegas, not Oakland, Las Vegas on Monday night.
I think that Josh Jacobs will have a very good game, but ultimately I've got Jordan Love and the Packers winning this one at Vegas. I think they're too much for that Raiders defense.
I think Jordan Love got a little how do I put this? Wake up against Detroit.
Oh yeah.
And if he doesn't continue with it, like he's got to continue this season playing at a good level, especially since
Mhm.
he's the one he's the guy in Green Bay now. Like it's your job, Jordan. You are the leader. You're the QB. It is up to you. I'm taking Green Bay to win this. I think Jordan Love did get a wake up call. I think that he's going to come out and he's going to ball out after last week. I think he is
I
just
agree.
getting started in his
And
NFL
those
career.
young receivers are finally coming around and giving him some sort of comfort to kind of throw to instead of being sporadic around the pocket, excuse me. But yeah, he's gonna have a good game. He's gonna have a really well game. I feel like.
I agree. I like it a lot. I
Mhm.
think this week's got some really good games.
Mhm. What about the Chiefs Vikings game?
Oh, we forgot about that game, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
All right. Well, since it's your team, we'll do them last. I don't mind doing
Yeah,
that.
facts.
So we got the Chiefs
Yeah.
taking on the Vikings. I am going to pick Ken. I'm going to pick the Vikings to win this game. I think it'll
Ooh.
be a shootout. I think you guys win a close one against the Chiefs, and this is why.
Mm,
Jay Jetta and Kirk Cousins got their first dub last week. They're not trying to go back on a losing streak.
mm-mm.
Jetta wants to win. Kirk wants to win. Costly turnovers have been the big downfall this whole season.
Yeah,
You guys could be 4-0 right now, but I think you
very
guys do
much.
it. You're home. I think I think Travis Kelsey's not going to know what to do without Taylor Swift in the building. So I'm
Man,
gonna take y'all in a close one. It'll be less than one score, just like most of the games. But I think you get the upset here at home, and I think you give the Chiefs their second loss in the season.
I like that prediction. I think it'll be a very offensive game. I think both defenses are not very good. I think it depends on the turnover battle. If Minnesota has a couple turnovers, Kansas City's going to win. But if they can limit the turnovers, they'll be in the game late. With that being said, I'm going to take Kansas City in a close one. Um, I just think Patrick Mahomes will have a bounce back game against playing a Jets defense that didn't allow much down the field. So I'm going to take the Chiefs by like three. I'll say 31-28.
31-28. All right. Well, that's our weekly picks, guys, for week 5. I hope you all enjoyed. Tell us in the comments below what you think will happen. The TikToks are in the bio, so just check them out. We try to put content out daily for y'all, so just tune in. So hit that like and subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
We're but this is Thunderport podcast with the Stash and
JT, see y'all later.